Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So this is going to be probably quite a contentious video. There's been a lot of conversation in my Twitch and in my Discord as well around how far will Plarium push pay to win. And let's be straight, this game has been pay to win from the start, as in pay to gain your champions quicker, pay to progress them at a faster rate. But then you still need an element of skill at the end of that to actually do something with them. I do a ton of account takeovers where people have paid to win, but they don't win because actually they don't understand how to work the game. So you kind of need two elements together. And certainly before I was a content creator, yeah, I put some money into the game to progress faster, but then I also played the game a ton, understood the game a ton, and then I was able to progress to the top level of the game on a relatively low spend budget. Nowadays, I spend tons. I'm a whale. I'm part of the problem. But that's mainly because it's my job. So let's get into why this discussion has come up so much recently. And there's been a couple of things in the past, right? There's been a couple of things which were dropped in the past in this game, which almost kind of pulled the community into uproar. So the one that really springs to mind is when Hoarding was sold in a pack. Straight out, buy yourself a Hoarding, $50, £50, and you can help progress your account. Now, I guess it's no different really from selling a shard pack, apart from you know exactly what you're getting. But this was really deemed as a terrible move for Plarium. And at the time, people were saying, what's the next step? Are they going to be selling legendaries? What sort of value will they put on a legendary? But it kind of went away. I guess the community feedback was bad enough that they decided not to progress with that style of sale. Now, BGE did a really good video yesterday around why is the arena getting tougher. And he goes into a lot of detail, and you should go and watch this video. It's actually very cool. Go and check out BGE, Mr. Free to Play. If you do not know, I'm going to be taking them on in a chicken challenge today on my stream. Come and check that out. It'll be a lot of fun. But he's done a really good video on why are we struggling to keep up in the arena, and it's mainly around the amount of speed gear packs that are up for sale right now. At least, he's actually highlighted a few, but there's at least once every 2 to 3 weeks that you can buy between 5 and 9 sets of speed gear and try and roll your luck on getting additional speed for your speed champs. And that absolutely will push the arena scale up higher and higher as people buy those packs. So that's been happening. We've been aware of it. But then over the last 2 weeks, there's been some really unique differences. The first one I'm going to call out is the one that probably most people are here to understand my view on. So this is a screenshot that I've taken because mine actually ran out of time. But basically, they threw up an offer, a one-day offer to buy up Kreela, to buy up the additional fragments for Kreela, a legendary champion. So we've been fragment collecting, and if any of you guys play a fragment collector game, what tends to happen is you have opportunities every month, every 2 months, whatever it is, to recollect the same champion. So eventually you get that hero. And if there's any kind of pay to win involved, it's are you paying to upscale your champs quicker, to complete the content quicker in the scale that it's open, so that you can actually get a fully kind of leveled hero. That's what fragment collectors generally do. If you can't do it at that point, you have to wait until he or she comes out again. In this instance, the fragment collector's been done over a really short period of time. They then extended that time with a number of different events. At least 50% of the available fragments have been behind shard openings, which is kind of a pay to win. It's not totally pay to win, but it's a pretty pay to win mentality. And then right at the end of the event, they've dropped a purchase of 5 additional fragments for £10, $10, €11, whatever it is. Now, there's 2 things here. One, ethically, I hate it. I hate the fact that this is what they're doing, because it is a kind of like, do you want to buy yourself this legendary now? You didn't quite get there. Do you want to buy her? Which doesn't really go with the game for me. It's not really like in the spirit of a collector game. But I can appreciate that if you'd got to 95 fragments and needed 5 more, and this pops up, It's pretty tempting. It's pretty tempting to spend £10 to guarantee yourself a legendary versus spending £100 on 3 shards and hoping that you pull a legendary and not all epics. It's pretty tempting. And for those people that were in my stream, I asked a question to them. I said, I tell you what, you're against it right now, but if you had a choice of a guaranteed legendary for, let's call it £40, so you had to buy 4 packs of this, versus spending £200 on sacreds where you got no guarantees, which would you do? And if the legendary is the right legendary for you, I think you'd spend the £40. And the other thing is, a load of the people that were against it in the chat, I asked them, I did a poll, a load of them had spent way more than £40 on shards that weekend for void shards. So there's a little bit of double standards, but in terms of how do I feel about it in the game, I think it's the wrong way to go. It feels more shady than the way the game was meant to be built. And on top of that, so we've got the amount of speed packs that are coming out. We've got this kind of, do you want to complete your fragment collector by buying yourself the Kreela? And just for info, in case this happens again, somebody got a second Kreela from buying these packs. So they actually bought up all of these packs and bought themselves a second Kreela. So, you know, if some of you are wondering, well, does anyone buy these packs? I tell you what, there's people that buy these packs that probably don't even need the packs because they wanted a second one. So just think from a playing point of view, they are doing this as a test. Is this something that people will get on board with? And the answer probably is that they've made a ton of money. Yeah, and that's what they're here to do. They're a casino, they make a ton of money. So, you know, this is one thing. And then we've had this other stuff that's been going on, which for me is probably even worse than the gear packs and the Kreela. So the other way to boost your speed in the game is through glyphs. So you've got speed packs, BG covers that really well. You've got getting the right champions, yes. And then you've got glyphs. Now, for anyone else who's in a similar position to me that's pretty much end game, check out my glyphs. So if I want to upgrade anything, casually throwing out the Siphi there for you guys to see. There will be a video on Siphi, don't worry about that. If I look at my glyph storage, what am I missing, guys? Of course, it is speed glyphs. I get plenty of all the glyphs, including speed, but speed is king in this game. And speed glyphs just get chewed up all the time. So to get a pack that comes through like this, where there's one top level speed glyph, the rest of this is crap. Honestly, the rest of this gear here is absolutely crap. There is literally no other reason that anybody endgame is buying this pack than that one glyph. So you're basically throwing a price out for glyphs of $35, £35 for one speed glyph. That's the honest. If you're a WoW and you bought this pack, be honest with yourself. Be honest with the guys down below. Did you want anything else? If you spent, and I didn't buy any of these packs by the way, but it's really bloody tempting because it's so hard to get these speed glyphs. But if you spent 35 on this pack, I would bet my house that you only did it excuse me, for the speed glyph. I would bet my house. And then I think in the same week we had a second one, again with a speed glyph in. They know exactly what they're doing with this. For me, this is the most shady pack I've seen, because they know full well the rest of this gear is crap, unless you're very new to the game, in which case you might use some of this, but honestly you're not using it pretty much anywhere in the game. You're literally just buying this glyph. This was even more expensive. Look, this was $40 for basically the same pack. So I personally do not like the way Plarium are heading with this. I think the packs are getting a bit too shady. I think they're kind of like, they're normally morally grey. You know, if we consider the packs that are up for sale right now, on my main account, you know, it's void packs, it's stuff we've seen before, which are expensive, and we kind of know all of that stuff. It's artifact packs, just with the old kind of energy and stuff like that. This one's kind of a bit more interesting, I guess. But we know that this game is pay to win or pay to progress fast. I don't love the idea of super whales getting way, way further ahead with a complete kind of set of shady pay to win style packs like this. So guys, leave me a comment below. What's your thoughts on this change of direction, change of pace? Yeah, are you in the same position to me? Dislike it, or actually are you saying, you know what, we pay for everything else in this game, why not just make people pay for this stuff? I've been Hell Hades. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you later.